Hey guys, I'm Matt Lighty, and in this video, I'm just going to do a quick TLDR of the 3.17 patch notes. I am just going to have background visuals going on as I'm reading things out. I'm going to include the entire TLDR in the comments below. There will be obviously things missing. It's just a brief overview. I suggest read the patch notes or the manifesto yourself, but here's the gist of it. So 3.17 introduces the Siege of the Atlas and the ARCHNEMESIS League. The regional Atlas passive tree has been replaced with one gigantic Atlas-wide passive tree that affects all maps. The Watchstone system also has been removed and replaced with Void Stones, which are obtained by defeating Uberelder, the Maven, and the two new bosses, the Searing Exarch and the Eater of Worlds. ARCHNEMESIS League is coming out. It has no new uniques, item bases, bosses, or mobs. The Siege of the Atlas expansion adds 13 new divination cards made by supporters, 14 new uniques locked behind the 4 new bosses, and 16 new forms of currency. It is now possible to have multiple blade encounters in a singular area. Raised Spectres, most recent monster types, are now saved to your character and may be desecrated. The size of the list is capped by your Spectre limit, so we have like a sort of Spectre bank system, which is cool. The Lighthouse map has been removed and rotated out. This is important because the Red Blade banner is no longer easily farmable, especially in Solo Self-Found. No more Red Blades warbands to kill. Awakened Gems no longer drop from Conquerors. Conquerors has been split into 4 different maps, just like Elder and Shaper maps, and you have a system of fragments and fight Ceres like the classic fragment way. Awakened Gems can now drop from Maven's Crucible, with all the Awakened Gems dropping from the Maven herself. So if you want to get the shitter gems like the Addeds, the Gains, the Penetrations, those can drop from the Crucible, but all the big dogs like Awakened Fork, GMP, Echo, those drop from the Maven herself. Simple Sextants and Prime Sextants have been removed from the game. Those roles were added to Awakened Sextants, and the NEM 3 and NEM 4 Sextant roles were just straight up removed. Blight Ravage maps were buffed to have better loot. Prophecy has been removed from the game. Most faded versions of uniques replaced the lesser versions and were integrated into core drops such as Adziri's Reflection dropping off Uber Adziri. Some faded versions were removed fully, just retaining the base version. Most hit-based spell casting was buffed by roughly 40%, so that's your arcs, your fireballs, that sort of thing. Cast when channeling, cast on crit, have received a negative 30% damage multiplier because of this. Most totems, traps, and mines also received less multipliers to counteract the hit-based spell buff. Uniques with triggers such as Mjolnir Cosprey's went from 0.15 CDR to 0.25 CDR. Most threshold jewels have been removed that you got from Axe. The quest that gave them was totally removed. About half of the threshold jewels that were removed were integrated into the skills. For example, the threshold jewel for Freezing Pulse is straight up removed, and that one was not integrated, so it lost all its projectiles, same with Frostbolt. Bows in general have had their base damage improved. Hydrosphere was finally just nuked from obliteration. Marks now require a support gem to apply but last forever on bosses. Marks on rings were removed for the crafting pool totally. The fortification cap is now easier to hit, so if you don't do a lot of damage you can still get max fortification. Resistances can no longer be reduced by more than 100%. March of the Legion's blessing ability is now a support gem, allowing you to activate the blessing mechanic on multiple builds. Void Fletcher Quiver was also nuked, getting about a 75% damage reduction. And finally, there is no news about PoE Mobile, PoE 2, Ultimatum going core, or PoE Hard Mode. Pretty much nothing. But yeah, that's about it. Again, check out the manifesto, read the patch notes, but that's your TLDR 3.17 patch overview. And if you want to read the transcript, I have what I have written, it's below. And I'll see you guys in ARCHNEMESIS League or Standard. I'll see you in Siege of the Atlas. Lighty out. Bye-bye.